you lose a lot of good players like Ahmad Bradshaw, who joins us right now. Ahmad, Mike Francesa on the Fan Yes Network. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for having me.
All right. Are you surprised, Ahmad? Did you see this coming, or are you surprised?
You know what? I kind of seen this coming. I know it would happen maybe sooner or later. I didn't know when. But I'm just looking towards the next things to happen. The only hard part is that I'm leaving a family, a great family that I've built, or that I've learned to love, in the Giants and their organization.
Tom Coughlin had a lot of nice things to say about you, and rightly so. You've had a big part of some great Giant days and some great Giant teams. Did the Giants communicate anything to you about this and talk to you about possibly anything in the future? What was your communication with the Giants?
You know what? Just that they had to move on, and they even also mentioned future possibilities. Yeah, that's what I said. I always love red, white, and blue, and and the fans that supported me.
All right. First of all, what is this year going to be a problem physically to start the season, or can you get it healthy before this season starts?
I mean, it never has been. After all my foot surgeries, I've practiced every training camp. Participated in every training camp since I've been in the league. So I plan to be back and maybe even better this year. Like I said, I've always had a chip on my shoulder, but even this makes a very big one.
Are you upset that the Giants did this, or do you understand this is part of the business?
No, this is part of the business. Like I said, I've the Giants are still in my family. I will always remember those guys and the guys there. Like I said, the relationship built between us, that would always be there. Like I said, they respected me. They called me in and let me know, talk to me. I talked to everybody there. There's no hard feelings there. We feel like, and my team or me, I feel like it's just bigger and better things at this time, and the Giants feel the same way. So.
We're talking with Ahmad Bradshaw, who's been let go by the Giants. 6 years, very, very productive years, a lot of big games. He's had his share of injuries, but he's also played through them time and time again. You were called at the time the toughest guy on the team. I mean, you were called someone they could always count on in a big spot. How do you want to be remembered as a Giant?
Well, that's what they say. I'm the toughest guy on the team, and anywhere I go, I'll try to get that name just because of my game and the way I play football, and I love the game. Like I say, right now, the only thing holding me back is a foot injury, which was very well needed, and the Giants, like I say, they will always be loved by me. I always remember red, white, and blue.
How much football do you have left in you, Ahmad?
You know what? No telling after this foot surgery. This is something I should have did last year, and I went ahead and got the stem cell instead. And the stem cell actually wore off. It was like 100 until San Francisco game, 6th game of the season, I think 5th game of the season this year around that time, and I played injured for the rest of the season. So in saying that, I think I needed this surgery. I should have got it last year. I think after I'm feeling well and get back right this year, I think I'll be even better. So it's no telling how long I have for the rest of my, for my career. But
you're confident you're not done, right?
I'm very confident I'm not done. I feel like I'm just accustomed to the game. Playing for a Giant, playing as a Giant running back for 6 years is it teaches you a lot about the game. I don't think anybody in the league does what the Giants running backs have to do in a game of football. Contact-wise, being more physical than other backs. And as you can see, our game tells. Our game shows that. Like I say, I feel like I can be a big part of anybody's offense. In my play.
Well, you were a big part of 2 Giant championships. Is it the go-ahead? Is it the winning touchdown you're going to remember most? What are you going to remember most from these Super Bowls?
You know what? Just who the guys I did it with. Just the organization. I'm definitely going to remember. Like I said, I remember everything, man. It's one thing with the Giants, man. They just have, one of the greatest organizations, and I can vouch for that. Like I say, I'm definitely gonna remember, the guys I did it with, not only, just the moments I had individually, but it was a blast.
We're talking with Ahmad Bradshaw, released by the Giants after 6 seasons, recovering now from his foot surgery. And again, the Giants have to get rid of a lot of guys who are big contributors here. They've already gotten rid of Boley, Canty, and Ahmad Bradshaw. Any team you have your eye on more than another? If you had somewhere to go, is there one place you'd like to play?
Whoever wants a running back that's ready to play, man, and run the ball. Like I say, I block, because, that's just the mentality I have. But, I just want to go somewhere that needs me.
Any chance, did the Giants leave the door open? Any chance you could go back to the Giants, or you don't think that's possible?
Like I said, it was mentioned, and, it's always a door open and on my side. So.
And you think you'll be ready by training camp this year?
You can count on it.
All right. Listen, thanks for a couple of minutes. Appreciate it. And I'm sure we'll be talking again. Thanks, Ahmad.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Adam.
All right.